All right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Sticker Ball. Sticker Ball is a pool game roguelike from the future. Fireballs, hit dice, earn points, add stickers, trigger crazy combos. Enjoy the chaos. It's on purpose. Right, so this game was assigned to the Galax for review, so over to him for the details.
Yeah, it's not really stated, but this game feels a lot more like Balatro than most games, I think, because ultimately the gameplay here is you start off with one die, which has been rolled randomly onto a board, and you have a ball that you can bounce basically randomly into uh, the area. And when you do that, you score based on the things you hit. But then after each throw, you get a sticker that you can use to replace one of the faces of one of your dice. Which all of the stickers do various things, and a lot of them are like jokes. Um, like the blender creates a basic cube because of the software blender. The cookie, even though it has the icon of a chocolate chip cookie, spawns a pop-up, and also you get bonuses for asteroids because they look like cookies, it says, etc. So the beginning of the game is really boring, but once you get a new die after each round. Like in Balatro, in each round you have a number of points you have to score to win. With that angle, you're not going to get 2 hits. Just do it.
Yeah.
It's basically impossible to fail the first round unless you roll super low. So yeah, Penny put it on the 1, which is generally the best move, but also the die, it wasn't on 1, so it didn't do anything. But yeah, you just, you always have the full trajectory of your ball. I'm not quite sure. The one thing that this is different than Balatro is that it's not super predictable. It is sometimes tricky to tell. Dice faces often change after they get hit by the ball, and when that happens, what they result in, what the next one is, I'm not sure how to predict that. That doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, but so yeah, see, now you've got it a lot more interesting because you have 2 things to bounce off of. But yeah, a lot of it is just the angle. You do get a bonus if you shoot quickly, like within like 5 or 6 seconds or something, which is because otherwise you just spend time making your optimal angle.
Right.
Sometimes it's still worth it though. I don't know. But yeah, there's a really in-depth log that tells you like what happened, and there are lots of weird interactions, like if you have a thing that makes a frog appear and you have some poop that attracts flies, then the frog might eat the flies. If you have a thing that makes humans appear and you have another thing that summons the Yeti from Ski Free, the Yeti from Ski Free might eat the human. If you have the thing that makes it sunny, it may put a straw hat on a human or a frog. And all of these are like somewhat random because in addition to if it happened, there's also the factor of did the thing like go in the right direction? Like if the frog hops in the wrong direction, it won't be able to eat any flies. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. The art style is... The game has an epilepsy warning. There's not a whole lot of flashing, but it's very dark with bright colors and bounces.
Mhm.
And yeah, and the log, you can go back and see what happened, but and sometimes there are some interesting ways that things are described, but plus that's where you get dialogue from the guy whoever you happen to be playing against at the time. Also, it's one of the stickers you can get is a weird one that's called Stickerception that lets you literally open the menu to look at your list of stickers, and you can drag any sticker you've seen before over the Stickerception, and then you have a copy of that, which can be very useful for refining your build, as it were. You do also, I think it might be one. Okay, as you play, you get money that you can use in the shop between rounds to buy stickers, or when you re-roll, you also get fractions of an additional ball, because you start with 3 balls, and each new level you get 3 more with a maximum number of balls of 6. And if you ever can't make the score you need with the number of balls, then you lose. And that's how your runs end. But after the runs end, based on the number of points and stuff you got, you get what are referred to as eyes, which unlock mods that you can use for later runs. You can't have all of them active at once, but you can have a bunch. So like one of them makes it so the stickers can be holographic. One of them makes it so if you have a bunch of the same sticker on a die, uh, you get benefits from it.
Hmm.
In addition to making it predictable. Otherwise, the faces of the dice are worth what they say they are, I believe. So yeah, a lot of it seems to be heavily up to chance, but you do have benefit of choosing what gets hit, kind of. So you are not without influence. You can the dice list has room for you to have 36 dice, which is presumably as high as it goes. The highest I've ever gotten is 13. At which point the required points are over 1,000, and I didn't quite make it. Because, again, sometimes you just don't get a layout that lets you bounce the dice enough times. Yeah, Petty Fit has, like, slot machines and stuff going off now. You can also rearrange stickers you've already bought, although if it's during a stage, it will detract from your fast play bonus. Yeah, that's more or less what the gameplay is like. The music is kind of chill vibes. And then, while it's going, the sound effects are kind of pinballish. Do you guys have any questions or comments?
Not really.
Ditto.
I'm not going to say it's simple because there's a lot of random stuff going on, but it's kind of hard to describe aside from by playing it.
Right. And like here in the demo, I don't have a whole lot of like meta progression stuff available, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Reminds me of a game I reviewed last year called Slots and Daggers.
If I remember correctly, that one was a bit more actually an adventure.
Right.
Whereas it is just the game, but it's a weird. It's like a weird combination of dice and like pinball. So I don't know. How much are they charging for it?
$8.
Hmm. I think there's enough interesting here that might be worth it.
Hmm.
So
All right.
it doesn't look super, elaborate, but I think there's a lot to be. Certainly, there's a decent amount of replay value. You can, play. No two runs are going to be exactly the same unless you really try to make them. And even then, you're not in charge of the ways that you can bounce things. So yeah, I enjoyed this, but I'm also somewhat puzzled by it.
I suppose that is a ringing endorsement. Like, anyway, anything else?
I think that's all I got.
All right, then. So that'll about do it for Sticker Ball here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we review Arrangement, a paper adventure.